My name's Ian Younghusband. I'm a peer support officer for the Spinal Injuries Association. The Spinal Injuries Association is a national organisation which provides help and support to everyone affected by spinal cord injury. The organisation's aim is for everybody affected by spinal injuries to have a fulfilling life. The peer support service provides an opportunity for people who've been newly injured or perhaps been injured for quite some time to chat to somebody else who's also spinally injured and gone through the same thing as they are, can speak from their own personal experience and give practical advice and support. We'll support an injured person by making contact initially and trying to arrange a visit, popping out to see them. The support can change depending on where the person's at in their journey. So sometimes it's emotional support, having the opportunity to talk to somebody who's also gone through the same thing and understands where they're at and what they're going through, or it could be more practical advice. But the support is tailored to the individual and where they're at this current moment in their journey. People will have the opportunity to access the peer support service at any stage really, as soon as we receive a referral or we know about the injured person. So it could be right from the acute stage. I've chatted to people and gone and met them while still in HDU. Right through their journey back to home, and in some cases it could be somebody who's been injured for quite a number of years but has got to a point where they just maybe need a little bit of additional support or advice. I've supported a newly injured person before, right early on in their journey in HDU before, and often at that stage people they just don't know what to expect, and speaking from my own experience, you kind of think that at that stage your life is pretty much over. So quite often to go and see somebody like myself who's leading a full and active life can give somebody a lot of hope and inspiration to carry on with their journey. So sometimes at that stage it might be just a little bit of what to expect when they may be transferred to the spinal unit, or when they start getting up into a wheelchair and beginning their rehabilitation. It just depends maybe on some of the questions they have at the time. I give support to an injured person's family and friends by drawing on my own experiences. I know from speaking with my own family what they had went through and some of the questions they had and the issues around some of the things, the infrastructure and the things that had to be put in place prior to me leaving hospital. So I'm able to draw on that and offer practical advice and also answer some of the questions that I'm sure I know from my parents' experience and also from experience now of supporting other families over a number of years. I think the impact my support can have on an injured person can often be just to let them see that life does go on, and also maybe that advice that enables them to engage in something or to maybe look at something like driving again, seeing how I do it or seeing the steps I took. But a lot of it's just to see. I mean, it could be as well something like going back to work, things that they maybe didn't feel were possible, and they can see from the experience of myself or others with that advice and knowing how to access these things, that these things are achievable given the right support. My favourite thing about being a peer support officer, I think it's seeing that I've made a difference. It's really satisfying when you see the that somebody who you've supported has gone from, I suppose, quite a dark place to maybe seeing a bit of light at the end of the tunnel, and seeing that they are now getting out and they're starting to lead much more of a fulfilled life. Yeah, that can be pretty satisfying. Advice I'd give to somebody who'd just been injured would be to really take notice on the advice that healthcare professionals give with regard to managing your condition, particularly around skincare. A lot of people fall into the trap maybe early on if they're not quite ready to engage or to listen and take on that advice. Then sometimes things can maybe go wrong and impact their life at a later stage. But if they've taken that advice and done everything that's been advised to look after themselves properly, then life can be so much smoother for them in the long run. SIA offers a wide range of services in the support of spinal injured people and their families, and I'm sure I'll manage to miss some of them out because we offer quite a lot of different services from our advice line, which takes a wealth of calls over a month and offers a variety of different advice. The advocacy service, which helps people a lot with, say, appeals for care funding, that sort of thing. Our specialist nurse service, which offers a lot of advice to injured people and training to healthcare professionals, which again goes for our academy as well. Of course, there's the peer support service, our campaigning, so we campaign on behalf of injured people throughout the year as well on a variety of different things, ensuring that with CCGs and the All Parliamentary group, etc. There's quite a lot of different things. Yeah, I'm sure I've managed to miss some of the things out there as well.